Alright folks, and welcome back to the Don's channel. I am the Donfather, and I'm now going to be reacting to a video. It's another travel guide video from Expedia. So if you like this video, I will also put the link to this video, the original video, in the description section below. As I said, it's an Expedia video. If you like their stuff, subscribe to their channel, folks. I have actually done a few reactions to their stuff, and I find them really good. Show you nice clips, nice information about cities or just locations in general if you're wanting to visit as a tourist. I do appreciate they're going to be showing you the more touristy type places, and a lot of people will make the comments saying there's lots much more to go and see in a place than just going to the regular tourist stuff. So don't just think about that when you're thinking about visiting an area. But this one's Melbourne. As I said, subscribe to Expedia if you enjoy their stuff. The video is entitled Melbourne Vacation Travel Guide from Expedia, so if you're wanting to look up the title as well. I have already done Adelaide, which I'm visiting. I do plan on visiting Melbourne as well. I know quite a bit about Melbourne, but I want to see what this video has to offer, because as I say, they do show a lot more than other sort of travel videos in terms of information, locations, etc. But I will be doing more. There was a request for Sydney, Perth, and also I'm gonna do Kakadua or something. Kakadua, I think it's pronounced. Kakadua National Park is a place I don't think I'll be able to visit on the first trip anyway. It's a place I'd love to see in the flesh and in real time, but I will be doing a reaction video to it as well. Through choice, it's a place I want to look into more. I think it's just west of Darwin, up in the Northern Territory up there, so really far away from Melbourne, given the sheer size of Australia. It's absolutely enormous, and that's the reason I won't be visiting it the first trip. So anyway, no more talking, let's go. Straight into a bit of music.
The city of Melbourne is situated in the southern Australian state of Victoria. Opening out like a fan from the shores of Port Phillip Bay, Melbourne is home to over 4 million residents.
Wow,
and
4 million
regularly
people.
features in the top rankings of world's most livable cities. Founded on the banks of the Yarra River in 1835, the discovery of gold transformed this faraway settlement into one of the wealthiest cities in the world. Decades of prosperity created a metropolis filled with grand civic buildings, cathedrals, theatres and parks.
Nice old architecture there.
Wander down the wide avenues of Collins and Burke Streets for old school architecture that'll make your eyes pop. Then hop on a tram. Melbourne has the most extensive streetcar network in the world.
Wow.
No other space in the city says Melbourne like Federation Square. Overlooked by Flinders Street Station and St Paul's Cathedral, Fed Square does what Melbourne does best, artfully blending the elegance of yesteryear with edgy modern design. While you're at Fed Square, grab a ticket to one of Melbourne's hippest museums, the Australian Centre of the Moving Image.
That would be actually pretty good. Australian
At
movies.
ACMI, discover the rich history of Aussie cinema and explore the interactive possibilities of tomorrow. And don't forget to head underground to the Melbourne Visitor Centre for the lowdown on what's up in Melbourne.
The kids would enjoy that then.
Just across the Yarra is South Bank. Check out the public art, shopping and dining, or just hang out with locals and watch the river slide on by.
Nice and relaxing.
While you're at South Bank,
beer.
ride the elevator to the 88th floor of the Eureka Tower, named after the famous 18th century miners' rebellion. The 360-degree views from the observation deck are pure
Don't
gold.
think my wife would do that. Too high.
Closer to Earth, but just as heavenly, are the artworks and stained glass ceiling at the nearby National Gallery of Victoria.
Nice.
The city's great paintings are not confined to its galleries. Melbourne rates with New York and Berlin as one of the world capitals of street art. Wander the inner city laneways with street art lovers from all over the world. You may even catch an artist at work. If Melbourne has a fragrance, it's the aroma of roasting coffee beans. In this city, great coffee, food and fashion are not luxuries, but the essentials for daily life.
Lovely indoor type market there.
Exploring the hundreds of stalls at Queen Victoria Market. Sample the region's finest and freshest produce and witness firsthand just how seriously Melburnians take their food. Melbourne can thank its immigrants for developing the city's taste buds. Peek into the lives of the newcomers who helped shape Melbourne's culture at the Immigration Museum. Then
that's brilliant.
Taste the cuisines
really
that
good. Like that
to
there.
Australia in famous food strips like Lygon Street and Ackland Street. Just a short roll from the patisseries of Ackland Street is Luna Park, the Bayside fun fair that's been putting a smile on Melbourne since 1912. Take a ride on one of the world's oldest roller coasters, but be sure to let those pastries settle.
Oh my word, that thing was moving.
From St Kilda, follow the boardwalk south to where the true giants of Melbourne architecture await, the bathing boxes of Brighton Beach. This row of heritage-listed boxes is one of the most photographed spots down under.
Really? I've never heard that before.
When it comes to presentation, Melbourne has the Midas touch. Whether it be in the sharp-looking displays of the Melbourne Museum, the breathtaking exhibits of the city's aquarium,
nice,
or just life's simpler pleasures. Welcome to Melbourne, where everything is done with style, passion, and a whole lot of cool.
Well, thanks very much. Well, that's the end of the video from Expedia on Melbourne. What I will say is it was quite good, the video, in terms of showing you alternative things to do. If you're into arts, if you're into sort of more relaxing way of life, like your coffees and going down through, as I say, museums, galleries, all that sort of old school type stuff. If you like seeing architecture, there's an absolute array of it in Australia, given the fact that Melbourne is a relatively young city in terms of global cities. Like if you think about London, Edinburgh in the UK here, Birmingham, cities that are hundreds of years old, maybe even older. It's 1835, I think, and it was the gold rush, obviously, that transformed Melbourne and the way it is today, one of the wealthiest cities in the world because of the gold rush back then. As I say, that was the boom. That was why you've got all these lovely old grand buildings. You've got the modern side of things, the funky buildings as well. Everything going along the river. You had the beautiful beach at St Kilda. I wasn't aware of actually those little beach huts as well. Obviously you had one with the Australia flag, you've got one with the kangaroo, all these other colourful ones. It is going to be a tourist hotspot, that you can tell, but I'd never heard of that. One thing that I would have put in to that video would have been the sports. Melbourne is without doubt one of the sport capitals of the world. You've got the Australia Open and the tennis. They're huge into cricket. You've got footy, you've got rugby, you've got everything you can shake a stick at. They do it and play it in Melbourne. It's one of the most sport hubs of the world. So I was quite disappointed they never included that. That's one of the reasons why I'm going. But as I said, as an alternative type video, it's showing me stuff that I wouldn't necessarily have looked for if I was visiting the city. So it's gave me some ideas of things I can do during the day. If, like, say, we're not going to the footy, what could we go do? We could go and take the kids to a museum, go and take them to the aquarium, things like that there. So there's loads and loads of stuff to do. It says it's one of the most coffee mad places, I think. So there's a load of different things. If you're a woman, you like shopping. It looks like a greatly accessible city by tram. Obviously, you're going to have a good rail network, buses, etc. you can just do it all. It does remind me of a multicultural, smaller version. 4 million people, big city, big city, but a smaller version of London that we have here in the UK. That's what it reminds me of. It's got the street art, it's got loads and loads of modern aspects, loads of things to do. If you like the arts, if you like history, you can go and do that. I did like the one where it was showing you the immigration centre. That's something I actually would be interested in checking out. People go, you're a bit of a boring person, Donfather, but it's helping me learn like how the foreigners, the Europeans that came to transform Australia into the Australia it is today, how they went about it. I'd imagine, obviously you've seen like what looked like one of the cabins on a ship as well, the beds in there, so how they would have travelled over, maybe the way, what they would have had to do once they got there. I know there was a lot of convicts sent to Australia as well from Europe, but different sorts of things as well in terms of the food that they touched on, whether it was Italian, German, Dutch, British, any sort of European vibe, mixing that with the indigenous people that were already there, which makes Australia and Melbourne, the city, what it is today. Absolutely fascinating. Really can't wait to come and visit the city. As I said, I will be reacting to Sydney, which was requested. It's the biggest city in terms of population, I think in size as well, in Australia, and Perth, which is out in Western Australia. So I certainly want to do that. Perth's a city that I would love to visit, so I would love to actually do a reaction to it as well. And I'm not even going to say it in case I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I'm saying. I'm going to do that one anyway. Kakuda, or I don't know how to pronounce it, National Park, so I will be doing an Expedia one on that. So I'm really looking forward to visiting. If you've got any more requested videos you want to see me doing in terms of travel or visiting, vacation sort of stuff in Australia, do throw a comment in the section below. A quick mention, if you want to check out my community section on the YouTube channel, I have actually launched a PO box, so if you're looking to send postcards, letters, merchandise, foods, crisps, potato chips or whatever you call them, candy or anything like that, you'd like to see us do a video and give you a shout out on the channel, do feel free to send it. Use that PO box. It's available now, been available for a couple of days, so there you go, check out our community section for that. Also, don't forget to subscribe and put the notifications bell on, and share the videos that you like on from our channel with your friends and family. It really does help the channel grow, and it would be greatly appreciated. Also, there's ways in which you can help fund and support, become a member of the channel, and all proceeds from these things are going into booking our vlogging trip to Australia, where we'll make our own videos on our experiences and our times and the things that we're doing in Australia as a family, and hopefully when we get to do that you'll enjoy watching those videos as well. So if you want to do that, check out patreon.com/the Don's channel. The links to all of these things will be in the description section below, as well as our social media platforms too. And if you want, you can sponsor my AFL mullet. It's another GoFundMe type thing as well to help raise proceeds for the vlogging trip to Australia. Thanks very much. That was a great video. Really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed my take on what I've watched. And also, if you haven't seen the video and you want to see it in its original form, it's going to be there too. Thanks very much. I am the Donfather. Peace and goodbye.